Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again. I got my mask on, you guys, so no worries on that. I just like to keep safe, just saying. But anyway, y'all. I hope that you guys are doing good. This channel is called Live Narc Free, where it is all about getting free and staying free after dealing with narcissistic abuse. As you can see on the title, you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about self-sabotage and how a lot of us former victims and survivors, we could begin to self-sabotage many things in our lives. It could be, relationships, it could be friendships, it could be opportunities, it could be, just good things that could be happening in our lives. Things could be going well for us. And sometimes, I don't know if we do like, sometimes we could like self gaslight, or we could play mind tricks on ourselves, or, we could lie to ourselves, or maybe even be in denial about certain things that could be going on in our lives. And I just want to encourage you guys, if this is you, just understand that you might not be doing this on purpose. For some, you may be, and then others of you, it could be a subconscious thing. And the reason why I'm saying that we could self-sabotage is because we have been abused by narcissists, and we could be used to it. It's just the way of living for us. It's kind of like we're used to the abuse, we're used to the toxicity, we're used to the dysfunction. And so it's just kind of like, that's all we know, that's all we're comfortable with, and that's all we could allow into our lives. Meaning, like, if you have had a pattern of dating toxic men or toxic women, or just having toxic friendships and toxic relationships, when you have a good person that comes into your life, or a person that could be beneficial to you, you may actually push them away. You could actually treat them bad, or you could be spiteful and vengeful to this person, that actually could be, very loving, very kind, really want to get to know you. But because of your trauma, because of your healed wounds, because of your past hurts, because of your unresolved pain, you might lash out on that innocent person. So you just want to be mindful that you're not doing that. And if you are doing that, just recognize it. Definitely make amends to the person that could be innocent. You know, and just understand that you could be just kind of acting out on your hurts and your traumas, and your insecurities, and your grief, your unhealed grief, your unhealed childhood wounds, or it could be CPTSD, PTSD, whatever the case is. And I'm only saying this, you guys, because this was me many, many years ago. It was more so like, okay, I grew up in a household that it was narcissistic, for 5 years. And, I was dating the male narc while I was still growing up in that narcissistic household. So it was like, that's what I knew. And so after dealing with the narcissist and dealing with the borderline, I started, seeing other people at the time. This was back in 2016. So I had healed, I was moved on and all that stuff. But it was like, the people that was trying to get to know me, whether it be friends or just just going out or whatever, it's like, I would push them away, or I would to receive it, because I was so used to the drama, I was used to the dysfunction, I was used to the narcissistic abuse. So it's like, if it wasn't narcissistic abuse, it's like I wouldn't really accept it, or I wouldn't receive it, because I just wasn't used to it. So, if this is you, just understand that this could happen, and it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person, but you just want to make sure that you acknowledge that you're doing this, and that you're having this particular behavior pattern. And you just want to make sure that you try your best to work through your demons, your unhealed grief, your unhealed trauma, and your unhealed pain. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you don't want to take your stress and your burdens out on an innocent person that could just be trying to come into your life to help you, or come into your life to support you, or come into your life to love you. And I'm gonna be honest, like, in the past, I could tell you guys that it was hard for me to receive love. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue as well. You could please let me know in the comment box. And if you do come in the room, you guys, please say hi, um, you know, introduce yourself and all that stuff. But yeah, you guys, so it's such a nice day where I'm at. I'm like, It's like in the 80s, and I'm like super excited about that. But anyway, yeah, you just want to be mindful and just be aware, because if anything, karma definitely does come back regardless. Karma does not miss an address. But in regards to the self sabotage, just you want to make sure that you're not self sabotaging. And again, I would say that it stems from what has happened to us, because I don't think we as humans, we don't think like, oh yeah, I want to self-sabotage this friendship, or I'm going to self-sabotage this relationship because this person is being so nice to me, they're being so kind, they're caring, they're giving me emotional support. You don't think like, oh, I'm going to ruin it because I'm not used to being treated nicely, or I'm going to ruin it because the person is just too good to me, or they treat me really well. Like you don't think like that. But like I said, it could be like a subconscious thing where you might do it and not even think about it, but at the same time, you might hurt somebody unintentionally. And again, if you do hurt anybody, always make sure that you make amends, you make peace with that person, you acknowledge what has happened, and then you're able to move forward and continue on your journey. Because again, a lot of the times when we lash out or we're hurting, or what's that saying, they say hurt people hurt others or whatever, it's because that person is still dealing with pain, the person is still heartbroken, and the person is still sad. They just not at peace with themselves. And unfortunately, it is a lot of people like that out in the world. There's a lot of people that just have not dealt with their pain, have not dealt with their wounds. And that's why, as I said, you guys, I always encourage, you know support, like, reaching out. If you want to book a session with me, you're more than welcome to book a session with me, and we can talk things through. Or if you're more of like a self-study person, you're more than welcome to get a copy of my book. It is available. Or if you more, again, more self-study, I do have courses available, so you can take a look at my courses and see maybe if they can help you in any way. you know but yeah, you guys, like, I understand, self-sabotage. It's not easy. It's not easy. Again, some people, they may self-sabotage. They could begin to self-destruct. They could begin to just beat themselves up, hate themselves and not like themselves and punish themselves. Like, sometimes we like punish ourselves because of our past traumas, because of our past pains, because of what we did to the past, or because of mistakes. And again, some people are not able to overcome their mistakes, or overcome, what they have done or what they didn't do. Or a lot of people could have regrets. Some people could have remorse. Some people could be feeling guilty. And it's not really a good way to live. Like, you just want to make sure that, you deal with your demons. Like I said, you deal with your traumas, you deal with your hurt, because again, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. And you just want to make sure, you're just addressing things. um, Now, if you are in a relationship, you may have to open up to your partner and tell them like what has happened, what you've gone through. But if you're single, then that's good, because now you can begin to work on yourself, focus on yourself. You can focus on God, and that stuff like that. So you just really, really want to be careful, you know, um, that you're moving forward. And thank you for the like. Thank y'all. And make sure, like I said, you introduce yourself, just say hi, whoever's in the room. And if anybody watching, do you deal with self-sabotage, especially after dealing with narcissistic abuse? Do you feel, due to your past, maybe you feel like you don't deserve good relationships, you don't deserve to be happy, or you don't deserve good things? Or, if something is going good or something is going great for you, do you feel like, oh, like you're on the lookout for something bad to happen, or you're on the lookout for, just something to just happen that you're not expecting, because some things do happen, God forbid. But like I said, specifically when you deal with abuse, you're mistreated so much, or, people have done you wrong a lot, or people have made you feel a certain way, or whatever the case is. Again, you're expecting it, and you're only open to those type of relationships, those type of friendships, those type of environments. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just more so of a mindset change. Doing your inner healing, like I said, which could be reading books. It could be getting support from a coach, a therapist, or something like that. um, and just kind of grieving, grieving things out, and just having a point where it's like a recovery time, like, yeah, where you're focused on yourself, you're practicing self-care, self-love the best way that you can, and you build your relationship with God, and you understand that God is with you, God loves you. And I could tell you, like, that was actually key for me, for my healing. I had to realize, and I'm still learning, is like, God loves us so much. Like, God is, like, everything. Like, He's our provider. Like, God is, um, yeah, like, I learned, like, God loves us unconditionally. Like, this is something that I learned. I wanted to make a short on this, but, and I love my parents dearly. I love, love, love my parents dearly. But the type of love that I receive from God is more like it's unconditional. So it's like, it's not with any attachments, it's not with any manipulation, it's no drama, it's pure, it's real, and it's like, I don't have to be a certain way. Only way that I do have to be, I will tell you this, like, I have to be obedient, I have to mean well, I have to be pure hearted, I have to have a clean heart, you have to do good unto others, um, and just follow what God wants me to do. It's like, my life is not my life anymore. My life belongs to God. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, like I told you guys before, I grew up in a church environment. So I know you guys are probably like, what do you mean? So meaning, like, I was a car seat baby, and then, so I would go to church. As I grew older, my mom would take me to church every Fridays and every Sundays, and then we would have Bible study on, I think it was like Wednesday, and sang in the church choir, all that stuff. So it was a pretty decent upbringing, the way that I was raised. But when I moved to California, I was actually still going to church. It's funny, I was going to church with my aunt who was a narc, and it was decent. But eventually stopped going, just because. And I even said, because the preacher, he was a little bit older, and I felt like he was like pointing a finger at everybody, and I'm thinking, like, why is he pointing a finger, or he was like, oh, you guys shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, it was just kind of weird, so it ended up stopped going. But as I said, since I had met the narc, and I'm not trying to give the narc any credit, I'm just saying, but since after having the living with my aunt for 5 years and dating the male narc and even the borderline, it was more so like, my relationship with God grew because of what I had went through, and I actually talk about this in my book. So if you want to learn more about that, you can read my book. um, you can get it on Amazon, or you can email me and you can get a copy. It's you would like it, and it could definitely help you out. It could probably help out your children, or it's just very informative, just in case if you do run into, whether it's a narcissistic boss or a narcissistic friend, or, somebody that's really important that you need to have contact with, and they're a narc, you be able to know how to deal with them, how to talk to them, how to make sure, you protect yourself, your energy and your feelings and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, like, yeah, so I say all that to say is that part of my healing, the key to my healing, was my relationship with God. And even now, and I'm going to make a whole nother video on this, but it's just putting my full faith, putting my full trust in God has really been life changing. And as I always say, it had been scary at a point, because it was just like, we can't see God, we can't touch God, we can't feel God. Although, everyone is made in the image of God, so it's like when you look at a person, it's like you seeing God himself, so yeah, it's just interesting, it's just a different way to live. But I can tell you guys, it's the best way to live is when you have faith in God and you trust God. And but like I said, you have to be obedient, you have to prove to God that you're worthy of the things that he's going to bring into your life, because he's not just going to do it for anybody. Like, you can't be doing evil to people, you can't be, you know committing. I mean, yeah, I'm not a saint either. I've sinned and done all things. I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, I love God, and yeah, I love God, and my heart belongs to God, and I know that God is with me. So I hope I'm not sounding like a preacher, because I'm not trying to. But I'm just saying this message to help with the self-sabotage. Just be like, okay, how do I overcome self-sabotage? And anybody, like I said, if you feel free to chime in. Oh, Peace, what's up? Hey, Peace, how you doing? How are you feeling today? Yes, you did. You caught me. What's up? How are you feeling today, Peace? And do you feel that you self-sabotage, Peace, after dealing with narcissistic abuse? Please let the people know, the subscribers know. Do you feel that way, Peace? And anybody else watching, come in the room. Please let me know. Oh, good, good. I'm happy you're good. Yes, I'm happy you're good. Yeah, it's such a beautiful day today. So nice. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? So yeah, we're just talking about self-sabotage, and we're also talking about the relationship with God. I'm telling you, having a relationship with God is key. Oh no, I was just saying how you was doing. Oh, but the topic is overcoming self-sabotage. Do you feel that you self-sabotage, especially after dealing with narcissistic abuse? So do you feel like you self-sabotage opportunities, healthy friendships, healthy relationships, or just anything good that comes into your life? Do you feel like you sabotage it due to your experiences with narcissistic abuse? Because the other thing is too, I get that a lot of people, because of the trust factor, a lot of people don't trust people anymore. They don't even trust themselves, and I get it, because that was me. All this stuff that I'm telling you is based off of what I went through, so that's how I can tell you what I went through. And I'm not saying and telling people what to do. Disclaimer, huge disclaimer. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm only telling you my experience and what has helped me, so that way I can help you if you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, and if it's a daily um, challenge, it's a daily obstacle, it's a daily struggle for you. It's hard for you to overcome. I'm just telling you how I was able to do it, because I honestly, you guys, I didn't think that I could do it. I felt like the relationship that I had with the narc, I felt like that was it. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I was done. Like, that was my life. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I lived with my aunt for 5 years. That's all I knew. And then I was dealing with the male narc. And like I said, after the fact, I was literally like a zombie, you guys. I was walking around. I felt very robotic. I did. It was the scariest thing. But thank God that God was with me. And like I said, I had maybe 3 or 4 or maybe less than that friends that really loved me and cared about me, and they were supportive. Like I said, I did talk to someone as well. I had somebody that I talked to for about a year. So like I said, if you feel like you need to talk to someone, don't feel like it's weak. It shows that you got courage and you want change, because a lot of people don't want change. A lot of people are comfortable. A lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, but some people are actually okay with being hurt. Some people are comfortable being miserable. Some people are comfortable complaining. Some people are comfortable in their traumas, because it's like an excuse not to do anything. It's like, they get comfortable you know being miserable or depressed and stressed out. Like, it's almost like they use that as an excuse not to do nothing, or they play the victim. But the thing is, like, some of us, we actually were victims and are victims. But again, when you do the inner healing, the inner work, and you actually show, like, okay, I know that I have a problem, or I know that I've been abused, so how can I get support? You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference, right? You said, yeah, you said at first I did, because it was hard. Yeah, to trust. It is. And it might be a big thing for you to trust even now. So I get it. You said, but you have to let the Lord and the Holy Spirit guide us. He will let us know what people are about. Yes. You said they will have you thinking, they're your God. Yeah, that's a horrible feeling. Yeah, it's crazy, because the narcissist will like to try to play God in your life. It's like, no, like, I have my own God. Like, especially like the narcissistic parents, they're the same way. Like, they like to, you have to worship your parent, you have to praise your parent, put them on a pedestal, all kinds of stuff. And you're just like, no, like, that's what God's for. So yeah, you got to be careful with those narcissistic parents, the in-laws, or even your partner, or it could be a sibling, it could be a boss that you work for. Like, some jobs are very toxic, the toxic work environments, and it's like, adds stress onto your life already, because you could already be dealing with a lot, and then when you go to work you have to deal with it again from your boss or from a coworker that could be causing drama or could be causing mayhem and could be trying to get you fired or could be trying to talk down on you so that you quit, because they could be in competition with you for a position. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you said they will work dark arts on you. Yeah, the narcissistic spirit is just, yeah, it is the Jezebel spirit. And Delicate, greetings, hi. And make sure you guys follow me on IG. You guys follow me on Instagram and like my Facebook page. But yeah, welcome, Delicate. How are you doing today? And Delicate, please chime in. Do you feel that even you're moving through narcissistic abuse, you overcame it? Thank y'all for the like. Do you feel that you self-sabotage good things or good opportunities or friendships or situations with family members? Do you feel that you self-sabotage? Please let us know. We would love to hear. And like I said, anybody else come in the room, please feel free to say hi. But and by the way too, I just want to say, you guys, if you are feeling called to, you like these videos, it's helpful, please feel free to donate to the ministry. It definitely does help. Whatever you do give, it definitely does come back to you tenfold. And it definitely does help with the continuation of these videos. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. If you would like to donate, you could donate via Cashapp, which would be $Coach Joy 510, or you could donate via PayPal, and that information is in the description box. And whatever you feel the value of these videos are worth, that's how much you can donate. It's up to you. But I just want to say thank you guys in advance. But yeah. Let's see. So you said yes, I have all the above. Okay, and how are you working through that, Delicate, if you don't mind me asking? And P17, you said my family horrible. They all full of it. Oh no. Yeah, it's kind of sad. And I'm not saying that all of our parents or the older generation are narcs, but a lot of them are, you guys. And I hate to say that. I'm just a messenger, you guys. And I'm not perfect. So I don't have the authority to tell or say anything about anyone. I just know my experience and what I went through. But a lot of our parents and other family members are very, very narcissistic, are very, very envious and jealous, and very, very just petty and just full of gossip and drama. And one thing about me, you guys, as you like knowing me and seeing me on these lives, like I'm the type of person, I hate drama. I hate conflict. Like if that comes my way, I'm like, nope, like, so it's just crazy like how some family members are like that. But not all. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but it's just sometimes you have to distance yourself. And the thing about it with the narcissistic family members is like when you start to distance yourself, then they start to put you down, or they may withdraw support because they're like, oh, well, you're not involved in the drama, so we're like excluding you, or we're gonna isolate you, or we're gonna reject you. You know what I'm saying? So they try to make you feel bad for having your own mind, for being yourself, and for not wanting to engage in the toxic, dysfunctional behaviors. It's almost like, you're trying to break the generational curses, but meanwhile, they're still stuck in that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you break that generational curse, it's kind of like you're helping out the family. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even see that, you're actually a blessing to them, a blessing to the family. Like, so it's crazy. But you guys chime in. Let me know what y'all think. I would love to hear y'all feedback. Let me grab a drink of water, y'all. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Let me know, y'all. I'm gonna get some water. But yeah, you guys, hopefully, like I said, the self-sabotage, it happens. And the thing is, if you do self-sabotage, just recognize it and just try your best not to do it. And just also think about when you self-sabotage, what you're losing. You see what I'm saying? Think about, what you're going to lose versus if you don't self-sabotage, what you're going to keep, and gain, and how, it's going to benefit you. So let's say like you may self-sabotage healthy relationships. Like let's say you're used to dealing with toxic people, toxic friendships, whatever, and somebody good comes into your life, or someone is caring or sweet and kind, and you're like, oh, like, don't treat me that way. You know, you push them away, you may reject them, or you make them feel bad or whatever. Just think about, you know, you're losing a really nice person that is rare, because we all know, peace and delicate, you might be able to say or relate. Most people in the world are evil. I'm just being honest. I hate to say that, but it's true. Most people. But every now and then you might find or run across a decent person, a caring person, you know, and stuff like that. I'm just checking my surroundings. But you see what I'm saying? So just make sure you don't take good people for granted. You know, be kind and treat people how they treat you, you know, because the other thing is like, you know, somebody's disrespecting you or talking down on you, like, you don't have to deal with that, or you don't have to be nice to them. Treat them how they treat you. You see what I'm saying? So just understand that. So anyway, I hope that this video is helpful and insightful. Let me know what was your takeaway, you guys, and any other topics you guys want me to talk about. I would really love to know. But until the next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next video. And don't forget, subscribe to my this channel if you haven't. Follow my Instagram and my Facebook, and sign up. Make sure that you go to my website and subscribe to my email list, so that way you don't miss out on any updates. And I do have some exciting news for you guys. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I have some things that are coming out, so just make sure that you all, whenever I go live or when I post a video, you leave a comment, you like it, subscribe, so that way you don't miss out. But I do have some really good things that are coming very, very soon. It's definitely beneficial to the family. I consider you guys as family, friends, you know, like, because I don't know, I feel like only certain people know what it means to deal with a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody has that experience, you know, so it takes certain people to relate and to understand, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.